UndergroundHipHop.com, Wednesday Night Live. Very special guest in the house. First of all, I would go far as to say the undisputed king of the underground, mainly because he's figured out how to make sales in this industry, as well as not compromising what the fuck he does. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Immortal Technique. Thanks for being on UndergroundHipHop.com, brother.
Thank you for having me, man. It's all love over here.
You've made comments on there's a link between revolution rap and gangster rap. What does NWA, the Ghetto Boys, and Ice Cube have in common with Revolution?
Well, I mean, if you listen to those albums, the subject matter is very much not of a controversial nature, but of an explicative nature when it comes to urban culture, when it comes to what we're dealing with. I mean, everything when you listen to that, they're talking about the hood and not in a flashy way. Like, it almost seems as if rappers nowadays, they have the outline, but they don't have the feeling. You know what I mean? You could talk about the ghetto and hey, yeah, I'm in the hood. All right, what are you doing in the hood? Right. You know, we selling drugs. All right, what's the reverberations of that in your community? Right. You know what I mean? Right. Where'd you get the drugs? Who hooking you up? Right. You talk about how much you making, you dry snitching on record already. Right. So you might as well tell people that you know, Black and Latino people are not the one. And we going back to Peruvian cocaine here. And I don't want to dwell on old shit, but I just let people know that, pardon, gangster rap has its foundation in a revolutionary mind state. Because we always...
And let's look at the period where it came up.
All right, we always had this affinity in hip-hop for gangsterism, for criminality, for people who break the law. But it's always because we never appreciated the system. We never saw it as something that helped us. There are people in hip-hop that are like, well, you know, why are you guys always talking about that shit and it's fucked up? Well, that's probably because you never lived that life, you little bitch-ass nigga. You never had cops harass the fuck out of you for no reason. See, I think that's the difference. When you grow up as like a privileged white suburban dude, like cops are your friends. Cops are your buddies. When you grow up as an urban Black or Latino youth, cops are not your friends. They're not cool with you. And I don't want to make it a simple issue about police brutality, but in terms of everything, the entire system is set up against you. Now there's an issue about personal responsibility and about you taking the cards that you're dealt and not crying about it and being like, everything's a race issue. Everything's not a race issue, homie. Right. Everything's a responsibility issue. But the race issue plays into things a lot. And I think that with gangster rap especially, it was an opportunity for people who had absolutely no voice in their community, in their hood, no voice. What would NWA be without being a rap group? A bunch of niggas on the corner getting arrested, getting fucked with by the cops, or being shot up or murdered in some gang shit. But here they had an opportunity to express their reality. Albeit some people take that reality and just embellishing it to create, you know what I mean, a non-existent reality of a world that they don't personally deal with no more. But a lot of niggas that I know personally really deal with that. And so when they hear it and they hear it represented correctly and they hear motherfuckers talking about an actual struggle in the ghetto, that turns into revolutionary hip-hop.